Hi there, sports fans. Welcome to the Unit 1.1 video number 7 for Mr. McGeehee's biology class at Arizona School for the Arts. This video series follows the biology coloring book by Robert D. Griffin. And in this video, we'll be taking a look at acids and bases. Before we begin, I need you to review a few topics from previous notes. Please review the polar nature of the water molecule, how water is an excellent solvent, and especially what it means that ionic compounds dissociate in water. Water can dissociate. When a hydrogen atom leaves its electron behind, the hydrogen atom becomes a positively charged ion. It becomes a proton. We often call this a hydrogen ion, or we can designate it with an H+. The rest of the water molecule that's left behind is negatively charged, and we call that a hydroxide ion, or OH negative. The pH scale is a measurement of the amounts of hydrogen and hydroxide that we find in a solution. It tells us how acidic or basic a solution is. Substances that have lots of hydroxide ions are alkaline or basic. Substances with lots of hydrogen ion are acidic. When they have equal amounts of hydroxide and hydrogen ions, we consider them to be neutral. Acids are substances that release hydrogen ions when they're put into water. They're proton donors, because that hydrogen ion is just a proton. They always have a pH lower than 7. And when we compare the amounts of hydrogen ions and hydroxide ions, we find that they have more hydrogen ions than hydroxide ions. Some properties of acids include a low pH, corrosiveness to metal, a sour taste, which I don't recommend you try without the appropriate safety equipment. They'll also turn blue litmus paper red. Here's some examples of acids that you would find in your house, perhaps. Lots of juices from fruits can be acidic. We also like the acidic taste that we find in cola. And some cleaning substances, or substances that we use to regulate the pH of our pools, are very strong acids. Bases, on the other hand, are substances that release hydroxide ions into the water. When they do this, they often accept a proton, so they're called proton acceptors. A pH higher than 7 will indicate a base. And again, because they're going to release hydroxide ions, they have more hydroxide ions than hydrogen ions in solution. Some properties of bases include a high pH. They often feel slippery like soap and have a bitter taste. Here are some examples of household bases. Notice that they're things like antacids, or drain cleaner, or glass cleaner. Well, that's the end of this video. Please complete the corresponding review questions and be prepared to show notes in class.